right. What's up, everybody? This is your man DJ Square Knot. Yo, check it out. Here is a good tip for the DJs. Have you ever, let me just put it to you plain. Are you an OCD DJ? And what that means is you just got to have your stuff together. You got to have it. But in certain cases, no matter what you do or whatever, when it relates to wires, it just, you just can barely get it how you really want it. But I have a solution to that. And I've been doing this for years and I never really shared it, but I'm going to share it today. Now, this takes me all the way back to when I had my little girls and, dad had to look after them and dad had to do something called braiding their hair. Now, how about doing what I'm about to show you to give you that nice, neat look? Especially when you just have maybe 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 cables that are coming out of the back of your equipment and you really don't have a place to run it under your equipment or whatever. It's just bothering you and you want the presentation to be right. So let me show you. I'm going to do this with 3 wires, of course, but I can do it with as many as 6 that I've done it before. Of course, you have to use the technique of braiding. So if you've never braided anything in your life, it's time to learn. So let's go. Here we go. So as you see, I have a power cord from my table 1, my mixer cord, and then also have another cord from table 2. So if I just plug these in, it would be sitting back there like that. This presentation doesn't really look good, right? That doesn't really look good. So what I do when I have situations like this, and I've done this, and believe it or not, the client actually was like super impressed at the fact of 2 things. Number 1, the presentation was so cool because there were other DJs that was like, man, how did you do that? And number 2, when they walked up and looked at it real close, they was like, that's a braid. And they were like, yo, you actually braid? And I'd be like, from way back in the day. So here we go. Braid your cable. So, of course, you want to now leave yourself some slack. So what I do is the center unit is the unit that is the lead unit for where it's going to be. So you see how I got my unit is coming down right in the middle of my label of my case. And this is a Harmony case, by the way, and it works really well for this particular mixer. This is the Newmark Scratch case. But anyway, here we go. So I'm going to braid this, literally. Just braid it, overlapping every other, and you don't do it to the point where you're stressing the cable out, but you do it enough to where when you are braiding it, and of course it'll tangle a little bit at the bottom, so you just go ahead because it's long, and you just do it. Just come on down, come on down, come on down, do it, bam, keep going, get it on down. Get it on out. You see what's happening here? You're getting one nice little neat cable that's going to go down. Come in closer so that we can get a nice good look at this. I'm trying to get my videographer to come in and really look at this. Bring it up closer, please, videographer. So you see the cable. And you see that I got it braided right here. And it don't have to be a super perfect braid because I know there are some people out there that will criticize, oh, that's not like a big pretty braid, But what the point is that you're taking 3 cables and you're basically turning it into one nice neat cable. So you're just taking it. See what I'm doing here? And I used to do this with my girls back in the day, braid their hair. And, I wasn't saying it was perfect, but it was good enough for them to go to school and do what they had to do. So when you get all the way down to the end, right, you'll leave enough slack to where then you can actually plug it in, right? See what I'm doing here? Getting it on down. And I'm almost done. So of course, there is your braid. There is your braided cable. And because the cable is not bent and all that stuff and not all crunched up, you're not damaging the cables this way. But now you have one single cable that's dropped down. And then from that point, you could just take it and plug them in. And the result is one nice, simple cable coming out the back of your like out the back of your unit. So even if you had people facing you, if this part was facing, the only thing that they see is that one cable right there. And you could take this and do this like this and run it across, and they would be like, wow, that is pretty cool. And like I've had people tell me that. They were like, DJ Square Knot, that is pretty cool. I've had people take pictures of that because they didn't believe that I, the DJ, knew how to braid. Number one. Number two, they would like to just like enjoy the presentation because of I just wanted to make sure it looked good for them. So again, just braid your cable and drop it on down. This is DJ Square Knot, and this is my tip to you. When you want to clean it up and OCD is getting to you, braid the cables. Peace out.